Hi folks, it's really good to be here with Rafeek Mohamed, and he's the winner in the grade 10 category. And I must say that this lesson I think is absolutely brilliant, because it's the kind of lesson that grabs you. You know, when we were assessing this lesson, you needed something that's going to be dynamic and the kids are going to love it. And really, you look for things. You know, we've got outcomes to achieve. You know, hey Rafeek, we've got outcomes to achieve. And what you want to do is what you did is in your lesson is you made it come alive. It was really stunning. So I wonder if you can just tell us about yourself. Where do you teach? Where do you come from? What's your passion in terms of mathematics teaching?
Right, I'm a teacher at Woodhurst Secondary. I'm teaching for about 20 years, and I like to bring creativity into my lessons.
Okay, you can see that.
Okay.
You can see that clearly that from what he did was beautiful lessons, and the lesson that he dealt with was numerology. Now the first reaction, I looked at numerology and I thought, now how on earth does this connect to mathematics? You know what I mean? And so when we started looking at your lesson, it was absolutely brilliant, because there were many things. I think you brought in data handling. There was a whole lot of things, data, and there was almost like number patterns comes in beautifully, and there was a whole lot of assessment standards that were addressed in the lesson. So without me talking too much, I want you to get into the lesson and tell us, you know, what you did and how the kids related to it, and let's talk a little bit of numerology and mathematics. It's really cool.
Right. So the topic I was dealing with was statistics, and I used the birth number, which is, well, all of us do have our date of birth.
Yes.
If you add all the digits of your birth number, you'll end up with a single-digit number, and that's called your birth number.
Okay.
For example, if you add your date of birth and your total is 37, so you add 3 plus 7, which is 10, and you carry adding 1 plus 0, which is 1. So you have a birth number of 1 according to numerology.
Okay.
So all the learners had to work out the birth number, and we plotted it. We gathered information on the board, and we plotted a graph.
Wow.
So the number of ones versus frequency, or the number of twos versus frequency.
That's fascinating. I want to ask. I want to actually ask Rafeek something to look at my my son. So I've got a paper here. I'm so glad you're here. So maybe I've always sort of wondered whether we're going to win the lotto. Maybe you can predict this using mathematics. But let's have a look here. I want to give you my birth date, and let's see if we can analyze this. If you want to go down here, let's have a look. Okay, I'm going to write my birth day down. Okay, 1961. Wow, I'm getting old. 1961, 11/26. Okay, so do you want to maybe use this and then explain how you approached, you know, this number using numerology? I think it was very cool.
You have to add all these single digits.
Okay.
Right. So that's 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 27. So you need to land up with the single digits 1, 2, 3, right up to 9.
Okay.
So that's 2 plus 7 now. So that's 2 plus 7 giving us a 9. So Mark, you are a 9.
Okay, tell me now. This is exciting. Tell me about the number 9. What does that mean to me? Because I really, when I read your lesson, it was just so intriguing, because I think the thing about this lesson was, what impressed me, I think most, you know, and when we looked at it, was the linkages of assessment standards. But I was actually quite excited to find out what my birth number was and what it means in my life.
That's exactly how the learners felt. So what I did, I put all the 9s together and said, all right, there's the leaflets, and these are the facts. This is a science, right? It's astrology together with mathematics giving you the facts, right? So there we are. So you have positive effects, you have the opportunities and vocations of your life, you have some money aspects there as well, and some of the negative
tell me about
effects.
The money aspects. I like the idea of the money. What was it say?
Well, you can see there's money and fortune naturally attracted by the 9. So
really?
So it's coming to you.
So it's going to be coming to me. I like this idea. Okay, so I'm the number 9.
Yeah, you're the
okay,
number 9.
wow, that's amazing. So let's just, for the viewers, so if you want to do it, just go through that again. You would write your birth date down.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's make up a number here. Let's just go and have a look here. So let's suppose the guy was born in let's make it say 72, and he is the 10th, and let's say make it the 2nd. Okay, so what we would do if we would add up all of those numbers?
All the single digits.
Okay, so obviously what would we get? We get 1 plus 9 is 10, and then 17, 19, 20, 22.
Right.
Okay. So So that gives 22.
So 2 plus 2 giving us 4.
Okay, so that would give the birth number
of 4.
Okay,
and,
very, very interesting.
And a 4 has its own specific characteristics.
Okay. All right, what I want to ask you, Rafeek, in terms of your lesson, you were dealing with obviously number patterns and that kind of thing. How did the kids relate to it? And out of it, how did you find when you assessed them? In terms of what kinds of assessments did you do with this, and how did the kids relate to it?
Well, basically it was a survey. I pulled out the birth numbers of all the learners that I had with me, and we used that information to draw a graph, frequency.
Okay, so you then used all the information, so you had a data sample of data, and then you used graphs to represent it. And continue with this is quite interesting.
And then we did the application, which is a frequency polygon, on that graph.
Ah, so you did the... Okay.
And then I extended it further. I went into probability and used the birth number, which is 1 to 9, as my sample space, and then extracted subsets and went further with disjoint sets. And
so you were able to integrate so many topics in the one lesson. Because you know what often happens, many teachers say we're not getting through the syllabus, and what you've done, you've captured something that I think is very important here, is the ability to cluster assessment standards, to put them together and to be able to make the lesson come alive, but also covering a whole lot of ground, which is very exciting. And how did your children relate to it?
They enjoyed the lesson, and they found it quite intriguing because a lot of qualities, hidden aspects were coming through.
Yes,
hidden aspect in terms of your personality.